Hi, welcome to Psychology and Culture. I am Professor Alas, and I will be your instructor for this course for the semester. This is an accelerated course that usually is over 16 weeks, but this course is over a matter of 7 weeks. And so things will seem like they're going pretty quickly, or you have assignments due almost every day. And that's just because it's an accelerated course, putting the same content from 16 weeks into 7 weeks. But I'm going to help you to be prepared and navigate this. The whole purpose of this overview video is to kind of get you familiar with the course and some of the preferences and nuances that sometimes we miss on an online course and that you're unsure of. First and foremost, my name is Professor Alas. You can call me Professor A, but Professor Alas is my preference rather than Mrs. Alas or by my first name. And I do not have a PhD, so you would not refer to me as Dr. Alas. So Professor Alas is the appropriate way to address me in your emails or questions, etc. It's important to know how your instructors prefer to be addressed. So thought I would get that out there right away. The whole purpose of this video is to help you walk through and kind of navigate the Canvas course and get some ideas of what to expect. So first and foremost, when you are using Canvas to access your course, I highly recommend you use an actual computer or laptop. Smartphones and tablets often do not show you everything you need to see and are limited in their access to be able to transfer information over. So you might not be getting the full picture if you're using your smartphone or a tablet. Now, it doesn't mean you can't like read your announcements or things like that, read announcements or read information or stay on top of due dates through your smartphone or tablet. But I always recommend when you do your assignments or when you are doing an exam, make sure that you're on a laptop or a computer, and make sure that you're using Chrome as your browser, Google Chrome. That is the preferred browser. Other browsers are not compatible and you'll have a lot of difficulty. So for those of you who are on a Mac computer, you automatically get set up with Safari as your browser. You need to actually download Google Chrome so that you can work efficiently with Canvas. And also same with PC users, make sure that you're using Google Chrome as your browser so that you're getting all the information and things aren't blocked. Sometimes images are blocked or sometimes things don't translate the same depending upon the browser. So here I am, I'm in your Canvas course, and you can kind of see how this is set up. If you go in and this is the home page, and I automatically have, you know, the first things that you need to make sure to go through is in this first little module. This home page is basically the same as you'll see on the modules page. It's the exact same thing. So the home page is basically the modules page. Now, you'll want to go through and review the course orientation and resources. This gives you lots of information like the welcome video that I'm doing right now. It also gives you some ways to be successful and how to communicate. It provides you your textbook, the cover of the textbook so you know what to look for and what the textbook is named, and it's by Mia Palmer, the second edition. So it gives you a lot of that information. Definitely go through that. And then there's other things that you'll notice, like it says office hours via Cranium. I do hold office hours, and they're through Cranium Cafe. So is what you'll see, and I need to fix this. There should be a door there. But my office hours are on Mondays and Wednesdays from 9:30 a.m. until 11, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 1. And it's through Cranium Cafe. So if you'll notice, Cranium Cafe is in your little links here on the side of the page. You can click there, or you can go ahead and click on where it says door, and it will take you to Cranium Cafe. So, and here's what it says right now. It says I'm offline, but during my office hours, you will notice it'll say online. Now, if you can't make those office hours and you need help, feel free to email me and we can go ahead and set up a different time. I have flexible times that I can meet with you outside of those hours if you're unable to meet at those times, because I would like to make sure that you're understanding the content and are able to succeed in the class. So during these times, though, there's no appointment necessary. I'm online and ready to go. You just have to go and knock on my door, and then I let you in. So if you have any difficulty with Cranium Cafe, there's a help link here. You could go through that. There's netiquette, things that discusses about online classes and appropriate things, technical help, lots of helpful resources in this first area. There's some information about disability resources. So if you need to get accommodations because of a disability, click on there so that you can get that information started. There's some extra credit information here. And then there's also extra credit through Psi Beta, which is our honors club, which every Wednesday they meet at 12 noon. And there's lots of different speakers and things going on, and you do not have to be a member to join those. So look into that, because if you attend and then you write me a little summary of what you've learned, you can get extra credit for that. Then as we move on, you'll notice this is where your actual kind of chronological order of due dates and things start occurring. So like right away, Monday, March 29th, you'll notice this little due date. It's the Module 1 learning objectives. So what this is at the beginning of every module is what is a learning objectives. And if you click on there, this tells you, okay, everything that you're going to need to learn over this module. So I provide you PowerPoints. If you click on there, there's PowerPoints. Here's all the topics. Then there's specialty videos that are embedded in here that you need to watch to be able to understand the information a little bit better. I even have videos to go in depth on explaining topics that are sometimes difficult for people to understand. So PowerPoints for each individual topic is in here. So basically, these are the PowerPoints that you're going to need for that Module 1. So for this first module, to do any of these assignments, you're going to want to go in here and review all that information first. So then this first assignment is really easy. Just you need to verify you received the textbook. And so it's just a simple thing. Then a personal introduction. So if you click in the discussion, you'll see here's what I'm asking you to answer these. And then you have to actually post comments or responses or questions to 2 of your classmates, whatever discussion they have posted. It starts getting you interacting with your classmates is what it does. So a lot of the discussion assignments are you interacting with your classmates, or all of the discussion assignments basically. So then you have your course orientation quiz, which will include some questions about this orientation video, then more discussions, and then you have a reflection assignment, and then your quiz 1. So it's your first quiz. Now, all of these are basically writing assignments. And so that you'll notice this course has a lot of writing assignments. And some of them are brief and some of them are a little bit longer. But the whole purpose of the writing assignments is for you to be able to communicate that you don't just know how to define terms, but you can actually apply these terms to real life scenarios. That's the whole point of this, is for you to be able to understand the course information at a level where if you see this happening out in the real world, you'll recognize it and you'll know the term that it belongs to. And also you can actually apply it to the real world. So you can think of scenarios where these situations that are related to the terms would occur and how they would occur. So it's all about being able to apply the terms rather than just define the terms, which is very important. Sometimes, you know, we can sit and define terms all day long and you know the definition, but the definition isn't necessarily reflective of the application of it, of that term. So I'll use an example of discrimination. So discrimination is actually a behavior towards someone. So if I was to discriminate against someone, maybe let's say based on gender, maybe I don't hire someone because they're female. Well, that's discrimination because the act of me not hiring them is based on their gender. So it's a behavior. So that sometimes the definitions are simplistic, but you need to actually be able to apply it to a real life scenario. Ooh, I'm sorry. Dogs are barking in the middle of this, of course. That always happens. So other things that you'll need to know. There are all of these assignments. So if you'll notice, if you go into this assignments category on Canvas, things are kind of broke down. So we have upcoming assignments, but and undated assignments, because these are little extra credits and things like that. But if you look in your syllabus, you'll notice how things are broke down. Any of the discussion assignments or the reflection assignments or the reflection assignments, those writing assignments. So discussion assignments and writing assignments and things like your personal introduction, those are all assignments that are called active engagement assignments. So if you'll notice here, if you click up here on show by type, it has show by date, but it's show by type. We have writing assignments, and then we have active engagement. So these active engagement assignments are basically what we would call participation. You're participating in the course and you're participating with your classmates. So active engagement is basically equivalent to participation. So think about when we're in the real classroom, in the actual classroom, you have what is called attendance sometimes. Some professors do attendance points. Think of that as active engagement, but it's actually participation. So you aren't necessarily attending, but you are participating. So that's what those active engagement activities are. Another important aspect that you want to be aware of is in these assignments, and you'll notice, like, I'll open up discussion number 1, which is on privilege. So you have to watch this and you have to read a little article and then watch this video. But then it has here, respond to the following questions in a manner of a minimum of 200 words in a grammatically clear manner. Be careful that you're really paying attention to these instructions. So it should be grammatically clear, and you should be meeting the minimum word count in a clear manner. So your writing style shouldn't be the type of writing style that you text to your family or friends, with lowercase i's when you're talking about yourself, or in that format. It should be as if you're writing a paper for a college class, which this is. So just make sure that you are writing in a professional manner, and you're not using like that text-like writing style. So be very careful with that. So you can go through here and click around. I have all of the modules up. So if you'll notice that each module is a quiz. So module 1 has a quiz at the end of it, and it covers basically chapters 1 and 2. And then module 2 covers chapters 3 and 4. And all of this information is related to that. And then there's the quiz 2 that covers chapters 3 and 4. Same with module 3, it covers chapters 6 through 8. And that quiz covers those. And then module 4, it focuses on chapters 9 through 12. But if you notice, the final exam covers all the semester content. So it could, when you're studying for the final exam, you'll want to go back and use these module learning objectives as your study guides. You don't really need a study guide because these are your study guides. Any of this and these module objectives could be included on that final exam for all 4 of those modules. So it helps you to kind of navigate the course and figure things out. So hopefully that gets you started and gets you kind of a good overview of the class. Please do not hesitate to email me through the Cranium email, or not Cranium, the Canvas email. So if you look over to the far left and click on inbox, this will give you access. It says denied because I'm in student view and I'm not a student, but it'll give you access to your Canvas email, and you can email me through there, which is the preferred method for you to email me. So please email me any questions you have, or stop by during my Canvas or Cranium Cafe office hours, and I'm happy to help you out. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy this semester of psychology and culture.